Disruptor, and Darks here. And basically the whole entire setup was that they led with the Naga Siren ultimate, laid down a black hole on 1 or 2 heroes on one side, and then the Disruptor ultimate on the other side. Basically, effectively, they had a disable on almost every single hero after the sleep went off. So that was an interesting strat that they ran at the time, but I haven't really seen them run it since. And with the Nature's Prophet, it kind of shows that's not what we're going to be seeing this time around. But it goes to show that Fnatic do really value the utility of the Naga Siren more than many other teams. That I see them just set up the Song of Siren in so many different ways. Even going into late game as like a Murata setup was one of the matches that I remember watching Naga Siren 60 minutes in, and the best thing coming out from that Naga was actually catching somebody out with the sleep and then setting up the 5-second arrow, and that just was too brutal for any player even going in 60 minutes to deal with. Just a 5-second stun is too much.
Yeah, unless you have a BKB, you pretty much die out of that late game. And also Hani's been known for like his, he's always known for his weird builds, so maybe be like more active Naga. I've seen him do like phase drums before, and I guess they could just push and fight with that. It's not too bad.
Yeah, Honey's a big fan of peculiar builds on a lot of heroes. Like he's one of the first players that I've ever seen run like a race car build on a Timbersaw. So going in phase boots, drums, and I think a Yule Scepter was his 3rd pickup. So he was like just zooping around, just all over the place, which is just so odd for seeing a Timbersaw pick up phase boots over mana boots, which just kind of blew me away. But Hani certainly is very innovative in that field. Anyway, Clockwork and Gyrocopter is going to be the next 2 pickups coming out from Power Rangers. So now they have this sort of classic setup that we used to see all the time in earlier patches. Clockwork being the initiator, setting up the cogs into the Gyrocopter ultimate. Easy call down is going to be landed, and Clockwork also being a really good zoning hero to buy Gyrocopter a lot of room.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like the Bat Rider with Gyro better though. Like the combo just in general, because Bat Rider is always going to bring someone to Gyro, and that's Gyro's problem, is him not being able to connect the targets because of his short attack range.
The Razor was picked up by Fnatic, so there is the possibility of more push coming out from that core pickup. Because if you do get up that Aghanims, maybe even you get a refresher. We used to see that a while back when Razor had a small bump in popularity. We saw the double Eye of the Storm just go to town in both team fights and pushes. So that's another possibility for Fnatic, just a little bit more pushing power, but it feels much more mid to late game push. They don't have a whole lot of really early push. I think they kind of backed away from that, considering the fact they're dealing with the Keeper of Light. Now the Gyrocopter as well is another really great turtling hero that is able to just sit there behind tier 1s and tier 2s and deflect some of those early pushes. So I think Fnatic probably rethinking that whole, that initial 1-2 pickup, or it could have even been just a plain bait.
I'm gonna call Storm or Quaff for Fnatic here. Their last pick. I have a hunch.
Fnatic.
Whoa, okay, whoa. You gotta explain that one then. Naga Siren being our other support then, and the Ensnare setting up the Razor damage steal. But why would they go so damn greedy with
It's not that greedy. It's actually more safe when you have a Storm would be greedy. Quap would be safer because Quap has that escape in case Power Rangers decides to go aggro trial in. Because they're definitely gonna have Enigma in the jungle, and they're gonna have Fury on offlane most likely, and then they're gonna have the Naga +1 safely, and then Hani will take the Razor mid, I believe. So if he has like a Quap, you have like an escape, and you can't die. Oh, yeah, never mind.
Radiant team pick.
So they still go with the Leshrai core here, meaning that with the Naga Siren setup, the snare, you get free split Earth. We also have a lot of pushing power. Now, we're kind of already assuming this is going to be a Leshrai core. If I didn't bring that up before, would you have assumed still that this Naga Siren is a support, or would you say the other way around? Because it's, Leshrai has been run as a support in the past all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to go back after you've already mentioned it. I can't really, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool because they have like Enigma and Razor to deal with people that get BKBs, and Naga as well. And then they have Leshrai to do the magical damage. So they're kind of like, it's like a good balance of physical and magic damage. So it's pretty good against the PR's lineup.
Now Power Rangers, they're just left with their last support pickup here. And seeing this mixture of damage, I feel like they kind of have to go for some really early aggression. I mean, they already showed their 3 cores, which is the Bat Rider and Clockwork, early pickup potential, and the Gyrocopter, who's a carry line really early. Now we're going to go with well, I mean, the ultimate coming out, the Overgrowth, is going to be a disable on top of just being able to, again, the Gyrocopter out, being able to allow him to get easy ults coming in. But I'm kind of concerned that maybe they don't have enough nuking power. They seem to depend pretty heavily on pickoffs with the Clockwork Bat as their 2-3.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Treant pick. You know, me myself, I always pick Treant, so I can't really say like, you know, I wouldn't pick it. But I don't know how experienced PR is with the hero, and the Overgrowth, you know, it's kind of good for controlling them, but Naga's very good against it. Razor's pretty good against it. Leshrac doesn't even care. He just keeps casting spells, and
5 seconds
one thing they can use it is to cancel Fly's BKB Black Hole, but that's not until later.
Right. Well, we're going to see apparently... Oh, never mind. Sorry. I was looking in the wrong Skype conversation. I saw somebody say remake AP, but... Okay, so now the Treant Protector being picked up, it means that, again, the split push, way less effective, though, for Fnatic. If they try that out at all with the Furion, not only does he have to be scared of the Clockwork and the Bat Rider picking him off, but also the Living Armor just healing up every little bit of damage that they did. So most of the early tower controls should be held by Power Rangers. They turned this into the Gyrocopter getting up nice, farmed up nice and early, and I think just go for a lot of early team fights. Like, for me, I don't really want to see this squad going too late, just because I look at Fnatic and I see so many different cores that are going to be wanting a good amount of farm here. Like, the Enigma obviously needs Blink, BKB, those sort of items, maybe even goes for a mech. Leshrac is relatively squishy until he builds into a couple different items here, and while Razor as a hero does come online relatively early, he still needs his basic set as well.
Yeah, that was a good point you made about the defending the towers. I didn't think about that. The tree armor will be very good if they can deep-push with Coddle and like Clockwork Rocket, and then they can just heal up the towers. So unless Fnatic commits entirely, which they can probably do pretty well with the Furion board in and summon his Treants, they can just commit to tower kills. So tree armor might not be effective in that regard, but if they're able to defend the towers and just heal them back up, then it'll definitely slow down Fnatic's momentum in this game.
So going back to the Leshrac here, what build do you want to see? Because I'm kind of feeling like there's too much early pressure from Power Rangers. I almost want to see a Lightning maxed out build first, instead of what would be the obvious pickup, which is the Edict maxed out, so they have even more early pushing power. I kind of feel like they need the extra team fight from the maxed out Lightning Storm, which is a really effective team fight ability now after it's been buffed up a couple times.
When you talk about a core Leshrac, in general, people, you know, they debate between the Edict or the Lightning Storm. But when you're a core Leshrac, you can really afford to get all of them. So I might expect like a 2-2-0 build and then go 2-2-4.
Okay.
And then he'll skip his ultimate until like maybe 11 or 10-11 maybe.
Right.
But most Leshracs like to max their first 3 abilities.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? All right, for those guys listening in Dota TV, sorry. Sorry, we went silent there. We had a computer crash. So, of course, first it's Fnatic, now it's us. So, computer crash. We'll be back up as soon as humanly possible, but for now, I'm kind of busy just trying to get the other computer online so we can start pumping out the stream and also the local recording, which we need for the VODs. So I'm not going to be doing any commentating just yet, and obviously you won't be able to hear PPD because, well, I'm not on Skype with him just yet. So I'm going to try and get him here. He may talk about the game while I just try and get the stream up. So give us a moment. Sorry about that. It's just, of course, blue screen of death hit us pretty hard there.
Test.
All right, so so now that you're here, the people can actually hear you on Dota TV. So if you want to talk about the match at all, if you see anything interesting, go for it. I'm still kind of getting up the stream and the local recording as soon as possible. So.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I just put you on the spot there.
I'll just wait.
Is that the issue? All right, I think we're coming back up now. Sorry about that, guys. So stream just now coming online. Fortunately, we haven't missed first blood as a plus, but I have no idea if the VOD is going to be completely corrupted, but we ended up crashing, so that's why we went away. You're also going to have to refresh, obviously, for those of you guys who are actually hearing this. Obviously, you don't need to refresh, but if your buddy's watching the stream, he says, it's not up for me, you have to refresh for Daily Motion. So just let people know. I'm going to go onto Twitter, put it out right now. Camera's probably going to be a little off right now since I'm trying to do these other things, but sorry about that, guys. We just simply crashed. Fortunately, though, nothing big has happened as no first blood has gone down, and it's been a pretty passive laning phase so far.
Yeah, Pierre actually did dual lanes with the Call Clock off lane, which is probably a good decision against a greedy jungler like Enigma. So they're, slowing down Leshrek's farm a bit. But yeah, it's been pretty farm heavy. I think Fnatic is coming out on top. Yeah, they are. Coming out on top a bit, just because Furion's getting quite a lot in the off lane because it's only a dual lane. Trying to force him out. Trian's not very good at that. He's good against some offlaners, but not Furion. In mid, Scandal's losing a bit to Razor, which I think it's just I think it's a pretty even matchup. I think they both just farm, but getting out CS a bit by Honey.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Enigma's just doing his thing in the jungle, just farming creeps.
We had FNG try to do a wrap around here, but the ward, I think that's twice now that he's tried to wrap around through the side. They just keep on pushing back this Furion as much as possible. Mad's teleports are going to come out, and they will be able to catch FNG here with the Ensnare follow-up. Hani, who just picked up his ultimate. That was a really well-timed rotation there from Fnatic. They kept constantly diving past that tier 1 tower, and finally, they do punish Power Rangers for doing it.
Yep, Trion's a little too committed to smacking that tower, so he's gonna go down. First blood is definitely worth the rotation from the mid player as well.
Yep, getting that coveted first blood goal, always a big plus. Moon is going to continue, though. Look at him, he's just using that flag cannon. Poor Trixie, man, taking so much harassment. This tier 1 tower will be falling soon. Trixie's doing the smart thing here and trying to put those treants in front as much as possible, but you can see FNG is willing to tank up this tower just to be able to take it as soon as possible. Trixie trying to go for the deny there, but won't be able to get there in time, so... While they do give away the first blood, they do claim a tower here before the 6-minute mark. We're going to see Fnatic, though, making a smoke rotation, and actually are going to be able to find the Treant Protector running into him. Illusion Rune's going to be grabbed by No-Tail, and now with the Riptide and the extra bit of damage from the Malphus as well, easily cleaning him up once again. So FNG not having a great start to this game.
That was pretty unfortunate, but he kind of tanked the smoke gank, so maybe he saved his mid player or his Gyrocopter there. But I don't think Fnatic is going to be leaving anytime soon. They're very strong right now. It was a really good tower kill though. Here's the dive.
Yep, going in, early black hole being used, and Fnatic just really, I didn't expect them to do so well in their laning phase, but they're just making a lot of early rotations. Just catching them out of guard. Moon's going to be coming in. Should be able to finish off No Tail here with just the flat cannon by itself. Keeper of the Light also managed to secure the kill on Trixie. Honey gets a little bit low, but Moon is not going to be able to keep up with that fast Razor. So they do get 2 hero kills in exchange for the Batrider. Power Rangers not afraid to move around the map and match Fnatic's aggression.
That was an important rotation. They saved their mid tower, or they saved like a lot of damage from going on it, which is very important. That tier 1 tower bottom was actually really important for PR. When you're playing against a jungler like Enigma, who's going to be pushing a lot, you need to try and take the towers before the Enigma is ready to fight. Because once Enigma is up and running, you're going to have a hard time, because they basically have 4 cores against your 3.
We're going to see Trixie come in from behind here. They're going to try and go on Cheshire Cat, locking him inside. Era should be able to land an easy split Earth. The good nuke's going to come through, almost managing to finish off Era there, but now J4, it is Zeal to try and pick off that carry. Ends up just kind of YOLOing into Trixie, who gets enough right clicks to secure themselves a second kill this top lane. Man, the movement from Fnatic right now is rather insane. I like the way they're playing this. Even though looking at their lineup and saying, you know, they've got a lot of heroes that are going to need a lot of farm. They've got a lot of different cores here that all need their basic set of items. They're still willing to move around the map and not just stay passive in their lanes.
Yeah, that call was just that was a straight feed. Like, I don't know, he just like tried to chase down the left track, and he just like, I don't know if he lost control of his character or what happened, but probably didn't need to die there. But even though Fnatic's making these kills, they're not securing the tier 1s, which I think are very important to their lineup. And Tree's just healing the towers back up to full, like we discussed, and he actually picked up a first item gem on Treant. I have not seen that in a long time.
Wow, that's crazy. Honestly, it's not like we're dealing with a Mirana, right? There's no early Moonlight Shadow. I understand, like, it's going to give them a lot of map control as long as he doesn't lose it. Like, he can go through, scout around, kill a couple wards, and maybe even pass it off to the courier beyond. But I would have expected that kind of investment into a gem just for, like, the additional, some sort of invis hero. But we don't have anything for Fnatic, or at least not yet. We'll see whether or not Trixie wants to go for a Shadow Blade, though.
I mean, they do have Batrider, who's a very good gem carrier. Once he gets up, it's like 4 staff and maybe, you know, Mask of Madness or BKB or something, but he probably shouldn't carry the gem around with him. He should be using the courier just to, like, check for wards and then drop it off. Because there's no point carrying it. There's no invis, like you said, on Fnatic. So, you should be careful. It doesn't want to give that up. He gives up a gem, that's, you know, that's quite a bit of gold you're delivering over the team. It's like, what, 1800? 1800 swing? This is a gem?
Yeah, 1800.
And they're in a good spot, so I really hope he doesn't feed away the gem. He's already got 2 guys.
He's going to be picked off the bottom lane. We do have mass teleports coming in, but the Gyrocopter ultimate, oh, No Tail. He grabbed level 6. That means at least one of these heroes should be going down, if not both. Moon's going to try and get away. He does have phasers. Quick flick away by the Batrider is in time. Era getting a little bit low, but Moon's not going to get it. Not in time.
It was close. He almost killed Naga and Leshrac.
It's the power of the Gyrocopter. He just is able to output so much damage early on, especially if anybody gets in range of that rocket barrage. But really good rotation there from Fnatic. Once again, trading off laner in exchange for the Power Rangers carry. Well worth it. Clockwork jumps in and managed to get a kill.
He got him with a rocket in the
Just rocket, really? I was looking, I was like, wait, hook shots off cooldown? What the hell?
Naga lived with 39 HP after the Gyrocopter died.
Oh, he sniped him, yeah. Right next to the fountain.
It's nice. And now they know Naga Sleep is on cooldown, so they can play much more aggressive, especially with this next lasso. It's gonna be with this next lasso, they might be able to get like the tier 1 mid or something, which would be huge for them.
By the way, guys, if for those of you guys in Dota TV as well as on the stream, please tweet at me at DotaCapitalist. If everything is going all right, obviously Daily Motion not really having a chat feature is a bit of a downside here, but just let me know because of the crash that we had. I'm hoping that all of the audio settings are fine. I'm looking at XSplit. It seems to be fine here, but I did hear a report PPD's mic might be a little bit loud or something, which I'm not sure if that's Dota TV or stream. Just let me know audio levels and everything else, how everything is. I want to make sure that the crash didn't massively screw up anything.
Maybe it's me.
Yeah, I was getting like a little bit of feedback there from you said there was construction work going on, but it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, I've been trying my best to mute and unmute, so here comes that mid gank I talked about. Could be yep.
Jump in. Fortunately, Batrider's going to be slowed up quite a bit by Linus maxed out on Stable Current. Now we have the Overgrowth going down. Darkcopter Ultimate's going to be able to land as well, but they couldn't finish off Hani as teleports come in from Fnatic. FNG trying to get away, but he's going to be stunned up by that splitter. Gesture Cat misses the hook shot, ends up hitting Hani in the process. Oh, Fly, terrible decision there. Trying to throw down the black hole. Moon's going to get picked off, though, as Hani once again throws down another plasma field, adding in another kill. Scandal's going to go down as well. And the lightning bounce to Clockwork in the back. Era picking up a triple kill with that maxed out lightning storm.
That was just such an awful fight for PR. Like, so many mistakes were made. Like, the Clockwork, hooked his buddy Gyrocopter. The Illuminate missed. I don't think they expected the Razor to have his passive unstable current maxed out, because that Batrider did not move after he used his last cell.
Radiant's bottom
that was insane. I go to click on it, and all of a sudden I realize it's a 404 build, or maybe a 314 build. I'm not sure which it was, but that was just kind of crazy. But I mean, it does make sense. You do have a significant number of single target abilities, especially the Batrider. It's a really good counter to him. It just means that while you are getting disabled, you're not going anywhere. At least not until Force Staff is up on the bat.
Yeah, Batrider is the main hero. I think that's why Fnatic is picking this Razor. I think they view it as a pretty good hero against Bat, which it is, definitely very strong. But I don't know if I think they would have landed their abilities on PR. I think they would have killed that Razor and the fight would have been totally different. But a lot of misspells. And then that lightning storm at the end, like, killed two heroes that probably shouldn't have died at all. And that was crazy. I think it bounced into fog even.
Yeah, I think it did too. That was a recent change.
Okay, so Fnatic sees PR like going top on the creep wave, so they're just gonna go straight to Roche. This is pretty classic maneuver. Give up good tier on top and take Roche on as a dire.
Yeah, and they've got the Enigma. They may not have a medallion, so they don't have the minus armor to throw down, but they do have the Enigma Furion advantage, which you said is something that allows you to do Roshan very early on.
Yeah, you can do it whenever you want with just those two heroes, but they're gonna let Era come in here and take the Aegis, and Flashback is similar to like wait, we're making a fight here.
Yeah, Hani, he's gonna be coming in. Overgrowth being used by FNG, but he's just held in for so long. Now the splitter is coming in. They just have to sacrifice him. They were hoping to be able to maybe go into that Roche pit, but considering the fact that they'd been gone for so long, that Roche was probably almost done already by the time they even got near the Roche pit. But on top of that, the no-tail, right, making a big difference there with the Song of Siren. There's just no way you can be able to possibly snipe Roche and get the Aegis from Fnatic.
Nah, as soon as you see that Roshan go down, your first immediate reaction needs to be to leave the lane. Because you can't just...
Oh, good play there.
They have Gem on Naga.
That means this Infant Room not going to do anything for them, and I'm presuming that is the gem dropped by the Treant Protector. Yep, it is.
Yeah, I don't know why he bought the gem. I feel like
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
mass port's been mass.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, it should be okay though. Good placement of the cogs, bouncing most of Fnatic back. But they still claim themselves a tier 1 tower and save their middle tier 1. This is something the exact opposite of what I expected, which is Fnatic keeping most of their towers in place while Power Rangers, bit by bit, are losing theirs, mainly due to like the pickoffs. It's not any sort of split push, it's nothing else but just having bad team fights and Fnatic taking advantage of that.
Definitely. You know what I never understood is why can Enigma convert siege creeps and not one creeps?
Yeah. I'm totally with you on that one.
And why is that? That's so weird.
So Treant Protector giving up the gem to Naga Siren. Obviously, that's very terrible, but it gets even worse when you start using those mirror images. You could see earlier the Naga Siren, he spotted out this ward. He's not going to be able to kill it.
Dire's middle
not
tower
with heroes sitting there, but they are just going to be able to explore the map, see where the vision is and where it isn't for Power Rangers. And that's just another thing that Fnatic could be using to exploit. Somehow Gyrocopter is still sitting at the top of the net worth, but we have 4 heroes of Fnatic right behind him. Like right behind him. Gyrocopter's going to be using his ultimate here to clear through some Naga illusions as he's farming up the ancients. For a little bit longer, yeah.
Curious whether or not Nozo's gonna max out his net entirely. I think 3 points already is maybe a bit too much. Most Nagas even support like to get some points in their mirror images. They just get so much stronger. They scale so well. So we'll see. Max net is pretty good, but it's not very good against any of PR's heroes specifically. There's no like Nyax or I don't know, some melee carry that needs to move.
So it looks like Era is going to be going for a Bloodstone here. It feels like they're already so far ahead that it is going to be a pretty strong item. But that being said, we do have a Blade Mail pickup from Cheshire Cat. So that means he really can take advantage of that kind of builds on the Leshrac. Without a BKB, he's not really going to be able to defend himself up against the Clockwork. Cheshire Cat, though, will be caught. He broke down the cause, unfortunately. He caught Honey in the process. Good hook shot, though. Cheshire Cat gets himself some distance away from that deadly mid. And now hoping to be able to defend. Howard here, Keeper of the Light's going to throw out some spam, but it's the 5-man of Fnatic, and they're way more farmed than Power Rangers right now. They do have that Aegis to blow as well.
Yeah, Tower's just gonna melt to Edict. 4 points in it now. We'll see, they might try and defend it. True, they have a gem, dude.
FNG, you gave them the gem, buddy. Era, he's gonna go down in the process, but he does have that Aegis, so nothing of real importance was lost. Cheshire Cat got to get himself out of here. Trixie gonna try and Shadow Blade onto the other side. Cheshire Cat, Ensnare. Oh, Ensnare or Mouth, as either one was about to go off, but couldn't quite grab it. Fnatic not slowing down for a beat, though. Just going to go from tier 1 now to tier 2, and why not? They're so far ahead, sitting at almost a 7,500 gold lead and over a 7,500 experience lead. It makes sense for them to just 5-man force down these towers rather than just back up and farm.
Yeah, that's strength of their lineup. You know, if they get a little bit of advantage and you mess up, they're just going to abuse it and just take all your towers, and then I mean, Moon's been trying to split push and farm up to get his BKB, which he almost has, but at this point, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
So I might have already gotten your thoughts on this last time, but Keeper of the Light and the Aghanims upgrade. That's what J4 is going for here. He's already got the point booster plus another 1,200 gold, so he's halfway there. What are your thoughts on the Aghanims upgrade for Keeper?
I mean, it's good, but is it better than a mech or a force staff? I'm not sold on that. I think he could use a, I don't know, it's tough because when you're behind, mech isn't generally the best item for your hero, but Claudel is so limited in his options. So maybe Aghanims is the way to go, and he could just, I don't know, I think a force staff was the item here, but we'll see. See if he finishes the Aghanims in time and if it's able to be effective or not. Scandal finds Fear up here, but he's in this. No detection.
Yeah, at the same time, Fnatic are going to be pushing into this tier 2 bottom, and this is kind of the last tower. Power Rangers are going to try to defend. This is one of the hardest towers to be able to get into. FNG keeps on being forced back here by a no-tail with that gem, using the mirror images just to be able to push him away as much as possible. And Power Rangers now just kind of locked inside their base for the most part. Batrider is about to finish up his force staff, but kind of feels like Fnatic are not letting go of their 5-man anytime soon. Like, they've got a golden experience lead, so there's no reason for them to. There's so much pick-off potential on Power Rangers, it makes sense just to stay grouped up in numbers right now.
Yeah, they definitely have very good pick-off, and it's good that Fnatic is staying grouped up, but in the earlier game, they should have abused this. Instead of trying to take the 5-on-5s, they should have split the map with the bat and the gyro and just kept farming so they're ready to fight.
Moon's gonna get caught here by this Sprout, but nothing is really gonna come of it. Fnatic now looking to be able to push down that final tier 2. They do not have Hani, who is currently trying to farm up a full pipe. So he gets just a value point booster. It is a very, very strong item. Jump in though. Cheshire Cat wants to force this fight. Go on to No Tail here, trying to stop him. Oh, the Sprout pushes No Tail out, and now he's able to throw down that ultimate, but they already said, hey, we won this fight. They throw down the black hole. They already killed the Clockwork, as well as the Tree Protector. Now that ultimate is going to hold the rest of these heroes in place long enough for Hani to come in and start zapping away that damage away from Gyrocopter. Good teleport with the BKB, but it's not going to save the fight. 3 heroes go down on the side of Power Rangers, only losing Trixie in response.
That was pretty incredible. I didn't know that Sprout would take someone outside of cogs. Is that actually what happened, or was there a force staff? Or
no, I've seen that happen before. It's just basically the extra blocking sort of pushes you, because there's so little area in the cogs anyway.
Yeah. That's that was really good by Trixie then, because that pretty much saved their team fight, I think. Because Gyro thought he wouldn't have to pop his BKB, but once the Naga got out of the cogs, he was able to use his ultimate.
Yeah, that just would have made such a big difference, because you can't get off that Naga Siren ultimate against that battery assault. You just constantly sit there, and you can never get it off because the animation keeps on being canceled by the mini stuns. So he should have been dead there, right? He even had the blade mail just in case No Tail throws out a Riptide or something like that, just a little bit of extra damage. But very clutch play coming out from Trixie. Keeper of the Light forced away at this bottom lane. Looks like Fly's just kind of taking control of the lane, nothing more, nothing less. And also just taking away the jungle. You can see Trixie's about to finish up outside the fight. Soon they found FNG. Hani was sitting here earlier. He got a bit of damage there with the plasma field. Good use of Shadow Blade. Overgrowth being used by FNG, and he completely dodged it.
Yeah, there's so much construction around right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pretty crazy. Like it's actually really loud. So I'm gonna try and stay as quiet as possible. So do your thing on the main cast. But yeah, that was pretty good by Trixie. I don't know, this tree is making some pretty questionable plays this game. He's no Go Black Tree, to say the least.
No Go Black Tree indeed. He's definitely been struggling quite a bit, especially with like the positioning, just that top positioning where he feeds away the gem and then it sits there and acts like, you know, maybe they don't have the gem anymore. Maybe they magically dropped it at some point. They definitely don't have vision of him. On the plus side, though, Gyrocopter still holding a lead against every other hero on Fnatic. Of course, the team income is way in favor of Fnatic right now. 14,000 net worth lead by them and a 10,000 experience lead. So very easily taking control of this game. We do have, well, I don't know. When you're behind like this, I know I say it all the time, and I think I'm just a divine rapier monger. I think that's just me, but I feel like you're suffering so badly here. I kind of want to see him go all in for divine. Like, what other item is really going to change the pace of this game? I don't feel MKB is going to do the trick.
I mean, MKB offers a lot of similar things in terms of damage. I mean, you have the 100, you have the true damage, so that's an 88 damage. I mean, divine is great, but I mean, I don't know. I think MKB is just so much safer, and maybe go divine after MKB if you need it. But the safe damage from the MKB is probably the best way. But yeah, he could go divine, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to farm it.
You know, you got an issue. FNG used the overgrowth to stop Trixie's auto attacks and tried to teleport away, but gets interrupted by No Tail with a quick snare and gets picked off once again. Trixie doing a great job, not just trying to use split pushing. He's been much more active Furion than we've seen in the past, and that's all thanks to that Shadow Blade pickup, an item that seriously fell off for many Furions for a very long time.
They got buffed in the last patch. I think they increased the duration by 2 seconds. And that helps a lot, because the biggest problem was when they nerfed it is that the downtime was too long between the cooldown and its usage. So now that they
reduced it by that 2 second window, it's a little bit more viable. And it works pretty well, but Necrobook is pretty good this game too. But they're pushing.
Radiant's bottom tower.
We're going to see the pipe being used, and that means the Keeper of the Light, the first Illuminate Blast, is going to do very little, and Fnatic forcing out the Glyph. If they want to, they can just do this over and over again with the pipe. There's very little that Power Rangers can do to stop them. Just sieging down this tier 3 over and over again. Hani is about to finish up his Aghanims, so Scythe of Ice now being grabbed by Trixie as well. Era, let's see where he's at. He's almost got his BKB, so there's I don't think there's much incentive for you to start a fight just yet. They can siege, certainly, and if Power Rangers try and walk outside of their base, they can certainly win the fight just because they're so far ahead. But you've got two big game-changing item pickups here soon in the Aghanims and the BKB, so they may just wait for that, just have the safety of those extra items.
Yeah, Fnatic's doing the right thing right now. They're sending Trixie up top to keep the lane pushed up here. And I think every pipe cooldown, they should just use it, hit the tower a couple times. Glyph is down now, so they should be able to do a bunch of damage. And then once that pipe runs out, they want to play it safe, they can just back and wait for the next pipe. And as long as they keep PR in their base, then PR won't be able to farm, and they'll just, you know, win the war of attrition.
There goes another pipe, and here comes another push. Cheshire Cat earlier was trying to pick off the Furion, seeing if he can maybe find that one kill real quickly, but already teleported away. Now the sacrifice being used on Moon, they're going to kill him real quickly here. He does have the BKB, may have to use it. On the other side though, Overgrowth holding the rest of Fnatic in place, making sure they cannot pursue, and Moon will be able to get back to the base, heal up. And fortunately, he did not have to use the BKB there, which is going to be so critical when this team fight actually does come in full force.
Is under attack.
Yeah, he's got to watch out for that Hex from Trixie. It's that's the only thing that can like kill him right now. I mean, obviously Black Hole, but if he can avoid the Hex and get all of his spells and damage off, he'll do a lot in these team fights. Especially because he just picked up his MKB, so. So what was the Aegis timer? Did you catch it? It's got like 3 minutes, so they have plenty of time. They're gonna get their BKB on Lush Try, Aghanims on Razor, and then just go. I think they can just win the game from right now for sure.
Yeah. Hani, he's gonna get his Aghanims here in just a minute. Fly can go for a Blink Dagger if he wants to. He's got 3,200 gold, so I'm not quite sure what he's really waiting for right now. It seemed like the Blink BKB combo is really all you need for this Enigma in this match, seeing as the pipe and those sort of items have already been picked up. Did they even get a mech? I don't think they, oh yeah. Fly got a mech really early on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going for. I mean, he could just go like, I mean, Blink is probably pretty good. I mean, Force Staff is fine. He might go boosted travel. Yeah, he's doing boosted travel. So we'll just keep all the lanes pushed and then come to the fight when it's time.
Yep, they're going to catch Scandal out. The attempt at a teleport, the Furion ultimate going off. Good use of No-Tail, and in Song of Siren, Cheshire Cat comes in to be able to hold in No-Tail. They're going to be able to get a return kill, popping him out, and now reclaiming the gem after so long. Has it been on the Fnatic side? They finally get it back to themselves, so good rotation there from Cheshire Cat, kind of saving the day for that Bat Rider, and getting that clutch pickup. Aghanim's now flying its way to Hani, and that's something small, right? The small little hero pickup is nice, but that was still just a support. They're going to need a lot more than just that. FNG, maybe he can grab Trixie here, but the trees end up being taken down by the Furion, and that means no Nature's guys.
They're gonna try for a Moon hero, the Hex, see if they can do it.
Side device does go off. Now the follow-up split Earth. As long as he lands this, they got pretty much a guaranteed kill on Moon. They can go for the Black Hole if necessary. In fact, he will use it. And he's staying pretty tankier. This guy's Stinker's not doing anything to him. And Moon continues the pursuit now. Fly getting low in the background, not able to finish him off just yet. Being blocked by the neutrals on the side. He's going to Terrain teleport away. Hani kills the tree, now forcing back the Bat Rider as well. And the rest of Power Rangers just too weak to continue the pursuit. Moon getting caught by Trixie. Excellent teleport in, and they still get that valuable carry, and they also get the Bat Rider on the side. Looks like, I thought he was actually out of that fight entirely, but he still ended up going down on the side there. So 3 heroes get wiped from Power Rangers. Now Fnatic just going to go uphill and should be able to take a set of rags off of this.
Yeah, I believe the Bat Rider just got greedy and tried to finish someone off. Oh, Carl's dead. It's a really, really good buyback by Trixie in that last fight, and secured the kill on the Gyrocopter. And now they might get a Rax off of it.
Keeper of the Light instantly buying back, trying to do whatever he can to force back Fnatic. They are pretty low here, so it looks like they won't be able to actually go for that set of Rax. Aerith's going to be caught by Cheshire Cat, exactly what they want to see. Now the Blade Mail being popped, and what can Aerith do but sit there and take the damage for Bat himself? Thankfully though, the Meg is going to go off, and he's actually going to survive and turn around and get the kill on Cheshire Cat, who initiated on him. Range Rax is going to be going down, the pipe being popped. And sure enough, Fnatic, I thought they were going to be forced away, but they just have too much sustain between the mech and the pipe. Overgrowth is going to go down there, dragging away Trixie, but good counter initiation here from No-Tail. jumping in with a Blink Dagger ultimate and saving his ally, and the rest of Fnatic just walking away from the team fight. They see the gyro's up. They don't want to take this fight. Well, maybe they do. Fly's going to come in from the side. He doesn't have that black hole. Just stunning up some of these heroes. Cheshire Cat getting low from Hani. Need a couple of right clicks. Good split earth coming out from Era. But doesn't look like they're going to go for anything else. Cheshire Cat too low to really expect him to throw out a hook shot. So everyone gets away from Fnatic except for Trixie. Not bad considering the initiation there from the Bat Rider with the overgrowth.
Yeah, that's the problem with Gyrocopter. It's so hard to connect on your opponents. Like, he's just chasing constantly, and if they can't, I mean, if they can't catch, you can't do anything. That's why a lot of people favor more mobile carries and heroes that can attack from further than, what, 400 range or something?
Yeah.
365 range, yeah. So that's just a problem with Gyrocopter. That's why he's not picked that much, and that's why I feel like he only gets picked by the CIS teams for the most part. I know Empire runs him a lot, and Navi has ran him, but I haven't seen him do it recently. But I really just dislike the hero in general. I don't think he's very effective for the farm he gets. But he can farm quickly, so if you devise a strategy where you can end the game in like 30 minutes, like where you're pushing their base at 30 minutes, then he can be really good. Because he does do a lot of damage to everybody with his flat cannon.
Well, Moon's going to go back to farming, but he's nowhere near his next item. 1,600 gold. On the counter side, though, Fnatic, they just living in gold right now. They've got 2,200 up on Trixie. The Enigma, Fly, he's got another 3,500 gold. I have no idea what he's going to build for it here. Maybe go for an Aghanims. I have no idea. If he's not going for a Blink Dagger, I'm not entirely sure what he's going to be building into. No Tail, still just the same old Blink Dagger that he's always had. 2,500 gold up on Era, so they could conceivably go for another Scythe of Ice, or more likely he's just going to get Shivas or some other tanky item that just makes him pretty much invulnerable.
You like the Blink on Coddle?
I didn't notice that one. So slowing down that Ag, like he's already halfway through the Ags, I kind of figure like, why not go ahead and finish it up? I know it's not going to be that effective for you.
But Axe doesn't do anything. Where's the Cider, man? Not worth it. This is good.
Connie going to be pulled back here into the Gyrocopter ultimate. Slowed down a little bit. Moon has already been Scythe of Ice as Trixie comes in from the side. Now they just get those right clicks, and Snare's going to interrupt the Gyrocopter, teleport away, and that's probably going to be the game.
I mean, really good play by No-Tail this game on the Naga. It's just like always in the right position. Yeah, whether the cores are so far now, so that even if you initiate up them, it's like really hard to burst them before the Naga or the Enigma or someone can come out them. Or Furion, Trixie also played very well this game. He's just very clutch positioning. He just ports in, gets a Hex on Gyro before the BKB almost always. And I guess that's partly due because of the Shadow Blade pickup, so maybe it was the right way to go this game.
Well, we're going to see Fnatic go for the final death push here. They already took the middle range racks, now just working on the tier 3 at bottom. And they've just got a ton of damage going their way. Hani may be able to pick up a refresher if this game stretches out any longer. So he's got that double Eye of the Storm if he wants to be able to utilize that. Fly did end up going for a Blink Dagger, saved up all that gold, and still only used 2,100 of it. And that's going to be a wasted Gyrocopter ultimate there, so that's down. You have Cheshire Cat being caught out by the Sprouts. Will be able to wipe him out real quickly with all that magic damage. This poor Clockwork, man, he picks up a Blade Mail, but really that's it. He's got an Ogre Club, which will help him tank up a little bit more, but it's just nothing up against all these snoops coming out.
Yeah. We'll see if they can defend, but I highly doubt it. Ultimate's out for Hani, and they have that pipe as well.
Yeah, this kind of gold lead, 20,000 gold. I'm pretty sure I've had Nahaz pull up this stat before, but it's pretty much in the history of Dota, nobody's ever come back from a 20,000 gold lead. It's just, no matter how much you want to throw. You know, that's just the stats, that's just stat Dota.
That's not true, man. I lost open action. That's my story later.
No-Tail going to be dropped that. He's trying to get off that ultimate, interrupt Fly. The overthrow down, the black hole goes down. Who needs No-Tail's ultimate when you get a good black hole like Fly just did? Grabbing those two heroes. Moon has already thrown out all of his flat cannon damage, and that means he's not going to be able to finish off the rest of these heroes. He does die to BKB fade, Cheshire Cat, locking in Hani, which is a nice play, but Hani's just so damn tanky, he outputs a ton of damage, and even if he does go down, it's probably going to be at the cost of Cheshire Cat's life. Era couldn't get that last hit, but they will be able to kill Scandal at least inside of the fountain. And our poor Clockwork is locked outside of his own fountain right now. Trixie just kind of sitting on that one. The rest of the team should be able to finish off these tier 3s. Just Era by himself with that Diabolic Edict will be enough pushing power, but we also have the buybacks, and sure enough, Power Rangers are going to call the GG, and Fnatic will win this best of one tiebreaker between themselves and Power Rangers. That means they will take 3rd place in the seeding, and Power Rangers will take 4th going into the playoffs.
So the way this tournament works is I believe they have to play their counterpart in the other group, which is Roxkiss and I want to say it's either MYM or VP, I think.